it called cecum or diverticulum?
Cecum.
Okay. In your textbook, I think it calls it a diverticulum, doesn't it? Somewhere it does, but anyway. A diverticulum is just an outpocketing. You have a lot of diverticulum. When we start talking about the digestive system, we'll go into the different structures of the gut. All right, here's your ileocolic ring. It's usually constricted and dark right here. And then after that's going to be, I guess, your intestines. Again, your notochords right here. Here's your nerve cord right here with the photoreceptors. And then this is your dorsal fin. And then if you look in the dorsal fin, you see all these little square things. What are those? Dorsal fin ray boxes. Those aren't really test quality. Those are. Those are the supports for the dorsal fin. Would you miss dorsal fin ray box if I put that on there? And I'm not going to flip it upside down and trick you. It's always going to be in this orientation. I don't believe in tricking people. Despite what? That's right. Well, but you'd have your notochord and your dorsal hollow nervous system right there to kind of tell you you're wrong. So.
Yeah, but still.
I know. But you had tests with me. How many times have I actually tried to trick? None. Exactly. How many times have I accidentally tricked people? Oh, lots of times. Yeah. All right, but this is another view of the same thing. But look how, again, there's your dorsal fin ray boxes. There's your nerve cord. There's your photoreceptors. There's your notochord. And I'm emphasizing this. Remember those lines that were drawn in the book, in that drawing? This is why I pointed out that. See how you can see this? So if you didn't really know what you're looking at, but once you saw those vertical lines, you say, that's got to be the notochord. See, you pick out all these little tiny subtle key features to make sure you don't confuse it with something else. That's how you study anatomy. You know, the first time you go through it, don't worry about those little features. Just get the main things down so you know the locations, orientations, and then as you further your studies, I mean, like I said, I would say it's going to be a very nice weekend this weekend. You've got to get outside. I don't want to ruin your weekend. It's going to be 70 degrees and sunny Saturday and Sunday. So if you don't go out and enjoy the weekend, that's not my fault. So, but it's cloudy, misty, rainy today. It was a good day to study. So, but try to get in and study a little bit each day. But you know, make sure you hit it multiple times because again, this is the easiest. This is probably your easiest lab test. And there'll be 100 points plus or minus some bonus. Minus, but it's not. Well, if you miss them, you get points taken off. But there'll be bonus points on there, so you can make it potentially 110 points on a test. So I'll be very happy if everybody gets over 100. Number one, it's faster to grade. Number two, you'll be happy. And when you're happy, I'm happy. Sort of. Okay. This is back in the pharynx region, so these are the pharyngeal bars and the slits, so nothing really earth-shattering about this. But again, first day you'd go, huh, now you know what I'm talking about, right? What's this? Atriopore. Okay? That's the atriopore. Big, large opening. Okay? There's the notochord. There's the dorsal hollow nervous system. You can actually see these lines. What are these lines? Myosepta. And what's this from here to here? Myomere. Again, this is a three-dimensional structure that you're looking through. So because it's not in the focal plane for myomeres, they don't show up as well, but you can still see them, right? I'll try to find one that's more obvious with the myomeres and myosepta if I'm going to ask it. You know, again, I'm looking for test quality examples when I give a test. That's what I call test quality examples. Okay. What's this? From here to here. Ileocolic ring, right. So when you look at it, you're going, okay, it's high mag, and then here you can see what it's been eaten. Some kind of little diatoms or what crinoids and different things, I don't know. A lot of little invertebrate stuff. And then, now when you get to the end down here, what's that? That's the anal opening. And then here's the postanal tail or caudal tail, whatever you want to talk about. What would these be? What's this right here? Ventral fin and the dorsal fin's up here. It's out of focus. I know it is. I'm not blind. But there's enough stuff there that you can figure out what it is. Again, first day, you wouldn't have known if you're looking at the head end or the butt end because you wouldn't have been sure what you're looking at. Now, this is a cross section, right? So now you're in the oral hood region, right? This is known as the oral hood. It's pictures in the back of your chapter that are drawn out. They don't really show up like this, but these are the cirri. Remember those little round things I was telling you about when you saw them? That's what these are. See how it's kind of round right there? Round right there? When you saw that one high mag with all those little dots in it, that's what these are. Okay? So these are the oral cirri. And that's the picture you have in your book. But again, if I use this picture, what's this? Nerve cord, what's this? Dorsal fin, ray box, right? What's this? Notochord, okay? And again, here's this is why it's called the wheel organ. See that right there? See that right there? See that right there? This is all called the wheel organ, and that's Hatschek's groove right there. And then this is the wheel organ. See how it goes around like this? It's ciliated. That's what's pulling things in because it's a filter feeder. So if you read the descriptions, like I said, it might help you understand it and be better ready for the test. This is a high mag of a cross section showing the neural nerve cord with the notochord. Here's your epipharyngeal groove right here, right? And then there's this space here. You can kind of see a space here, and then see this space here. Even though you don't see, because they don't have blood, but what would those spaces represent? The what?
Aorta.
The dorsal aorta, right? And then this is lower down, male or female? Male. What? Male. You sure? No. I would be. Yeah, it's clearly male. Okay? Because see, it's got this cavity in here, and it's not lobulate. You don't see a bunch of developing eggs in it. Okay? This is the midgut cecum or the hepatic cecum. This is also the testes, and these are the pharyngeal bars right here. Okay, pharyngeal slits. This is a high mag. Go back again. This is one of the high mags in the gut region. So, male or female? Female. Obviously female. Okay. If you don't know this is a female, then you probably wouldn't be a good amphioxus. Another female. But this female shows you the metapleural fold. See this metapleural fold right down here with the lymph space? Now, what do they call it? Lymph space is what I call it, but they just call it what? Your book has a different name for it. They call it the lymph space? Okay. Down in the metapleural fold, there's a little cavity in it. Metapleural fold, huh?
Coelomic space.
Coelomic space. No, is that what they call it? Yeah. They're calling. See, the old book called it lymph space. They're calling it coelomic space. That's right. Yeah, metapleural fold. That's this thing right here. Doesn't look like the picture in the book, does it? No. But that's what it is. And female, obviously, right? And what's this thing right here? You should know this. That's the endostyle. Yeah, see, this is not that hard. You just have to look at it and look at it carefully. And here's the drawing that you're looking at. So make sure, again, I could use this on the test. All right, now we're to our friend the lamprey. I could ask you some external features. So this is mold. No, actually it's covered with a cuticle. It's got a cuticle on it. Here's your pineal eye. Here's your lateral eye. Can you see this kind of round area? That's the lateral eye. The lens would be inside there. There's your pineal eye, and because it's shiny, you really can't see, but the median nostril will be right in front of that. Okay. And then this is the. Dr. Wing just walked by. Too bad I didn't have that other one up there. Here are your horny teeth. Okay. There's the tongue. See, this is actually the tongue in there, and you can see there's little horny teeth on it too. But this is the buccal funnel right here. Again, lateral eye shows up really well in this picture. Here are your external gill slits. There should be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Notice that they're oval. There's your median nostril. obviously, right? Okay, and lateral line system really doesn't show up very well. You can kind of make out it's kind of shiny, but there should be little dots coming right along here. That would be the lateral line. So, and here's the disgruntled bulldog. Oral glands are a fan favorite. So is the lingual cartilage surrounded by the lingual muscle. See the light tissue? That's the lingual muscle. Here's your arcualia, right? Here's your olfactory sac up here. Okay, and then what sits right up here, right underneath the olfactory sac? The what? The apophyseal pouch. Okay. What else? Pretty much, again, like I said, you can see there's differences between them, but they're still pretty much the same. What would be the blood vessel since you're up in the head region? Those would be carotids, right? Okay, here's another view. This is a cut section, probably from the other side, but you can still see the oral glands show up very well. The olfactory sac right here. There's a lens of an eye, okay? All right, this is in the region of the pharynx. Again, know the orders of the esophagus, the respiratory tube, the ventral aorta, okay? The esophagus is going to be here, ventral tube is going to be here, esophagus is going to be here. There's your dorsal aorta, there's your notochord and nerve cord. Okay? You don't have to worry about numbers of gill pouches. I'm not going to ask you that. There's no way I could tell either. What's this from here to here? Myomere, and what's this line? Okay, see, it's the same thing you see in the amphioxus, just in a different form. So that's why I'm saying this will be very easy if you take your time, methodically go through it, and then get away from it for a while. You know, the earlier you study and then get away from it, let your brain process that. You know, Dr. Stepp and I have been really pushing this mode of learning stuff. You know, short bursts of energy followed by rest. So.
Septum.
And you know what's funny?
Singular.
Septum is singular. Septa is plural, right? With an A is plural. So if I show you one, it's a septum. If I say, what are these? You'd say myosepta, right? And spelling does count, so work on your spelling. No, actually, it's kind of funny because I was talking to I can't remember who I was talking to. That's how bad my brain is. But they were saying, oh, there's a paper that just came out on new ways of learning, and I explained what I was talking about. The way Stepp and I, and they said, it just came out like last month in one of the educational journals. It's basically exactly what we've been doing for like 3-4 years or longer. I mean, I've always been trying to get people to study often. But it's a common sense approach to me. All right, this is more of the same thing, but it does clearly show the esophagus, respiratory tube, and ventral aorta. The ventral aorta is always going to be nice and round because it's a blood vessel. Okay, we got about 2 more minutes, and we got to get out so Dr. Hyde can get in here. Heart. What are you going to know about the heart? The one with the larger chamber is going to be the what? Atrium, and it's going to be the ventricle. Here's a little bit of what peeking through? Ovary. And then this is the what? Dorsal. And above it would be the cardinal what? Or next to it would be the cardinal veins. Here's your notochord with the nerve cord. Okay? If you see notochord 4 or 5 times, don't be surprised. It might come in cross-section, longitudinal sections, amphioxus, lamprey. Okay? Liver, very obvious on this, right? Posterior cardinal veins on either side of the dorsal aorta, very obvious. Ovary, very obvious. What's this hole right here going down through the ovary? Right above the liver. The what? No, the hole. It's actually the intestines. I swear this face always bugs me. Looks like he's smiling. I don't know. That one's going, oh no. This one's going, yeah. Okay, anyway. I'm just wrong. I'm sorry. There's just nothing. These are the drawings that you will see. If you see the drawings, okay? Again, no problem. And then here's some more cross sections. Now, if you get to the episthonephros kidney, which is right here and right here, okay? This is the episthonephros kidney right here, and it comes to a point right here. Here's that intestines again. See that intestines right there? Dorsal aorta, posterior cardinal veins, notochord, nerve cord. All right? You'll see some repetition on answers because we have different sections to look at. All right? There's your branchial basket, and well, your chondrocranium, branchial basket, and all that. Don't forget the styliform cartilage right here, the annular cartilage, which